It'd be fun to make pickled dill beans, but I think the deer are going to get most of our beans this year.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
We've got jars washed, we've got new lids, so I think we're in pretty good shape for getting started.
This is so small.
Washing the dill.
We only need a half a cup
Well, it gets confusing, right? Because
with that 2 gallons of water. The 3/4 cup. Pour the brine water over the lime vinegar. Since we've got pint jars, we're putting in 1 teaspoon of mustard seed in each jar. And I bought fresh mustard seed. The fresh seasonings are a good idea.
Feel like there's enough dill in there?
What we can do is put some on the tops.
Okay.
I'm inclined, one of the things I've found with so many of these recipes is they're pretty bland. So I often increase the seasoning and stuff. Even before I've tried a recipe real well. There are some people that wouldn't do it that way. But now, the next step, we're going to start putting in the veggies. And what they say about the cucumbers, the stem end we leave on. The stem end we leave on, and we cut off 1/16. So just take a slice off the end. And I suspect it's because that becomes bitter.
Oh, why did the ends become bitter?
The blossom end, I heard that years and years ago.
This bigger one? Yep. This one is odd-shaped.
Right over here. See them on the plant right here? They're still green, but we'll take a few. Probably only need a couple anyway. There, some cayenne peppers. And then we have, these are called banana peppers. And they're going to look like this as they grow. We'll take one of these. These are really mild. They're refreshing. They're almost like pepper popsicles. There's green peppers over here. See those? Ooh, they're nice and big. We should pick one. There we go. Fresh out of the garden. Yeah.
From the garden to the kitchen.
Yeah, garden to kitchen. Need more dill. Got the scissor. How much more dill do you think? Maybe put it right there. We'll start with that. There we go. That's dill.
we're going to top those jars off.
Oh, good. Hopefully it's enough. We can always get more.
This is a combination of spices, sugar, vinegar, and water, and salt. Because that's what'll keep the pickles safe. You have to have the right combination. And you don't want to fill the jar any higher than that neck around the jar, because that way the jar will seal better, and you'll have a good quality product. Okay, these have been warmed, and it's simply a matter of setting the lid on the clean rim and tightening it. And you don't have to, you might need to have your dad tighten it a little bit, but I don't want Dad to tighten it too much. sometimes, because what'll happen if you tighten it too much, it bows. It bows in the middle and you end up with a broken seal. So sometimes if people are real tight with it, you have them tighten it and then back it up just a little bit, just enough so that they're, because you've got to be able to let the air come out of that jar. Okay? So we will eventually put this into our first one, ready for processing.
And if you notice, these lids here have a little bit of like,
How are we doing? We're waiting on more brine here. Okay. Okay, this is so wipe the rim of the jar. There's the lid.
And then not too tight.
Yeah, not too tight.
So I can have her tighten it and I can just give it a little bit more.
Okay. And look at how fast that filled up. No, we still need more hot water. Yeah. It should be an inch over the top. And we're fortunate here because we've got water already. Oh, this is called the boiling water bath. And it'll be in the boiling water bath for 15 minutes because we are at an altitude over 1,000 square feet, over 1,000 feet for altitude. Pardon me? We might be even higher than that here. We might be as high as 2,000 or 3,000 feet here. Yeah, it's pretty amazing that here we are in the flatland and it's at a higher altitude. If you tilt the jars, you could break the seal.
Picked up the rag too.
Oh, did
Yep. There you go.
Hi, Dad.
Pickles.
the pickles we made today are pretty pure. They're a little bit of sugar, vinegar,
Yep.
an herb, the dill herb, and some mustard seed. So the pickles you get in the store have more additives in them so that they have a longer shelf life. But these have very few additives. But fermented food in general is good for you because it helps balance your pH, I believe, is part of what it does in your system. I think it helps keep your digestive tract healthier. Maybe Pat could add a few things to
Yeah,
that.
the thing with it though would be the amount of salt.
Yeah.
So some fermented foods, yes, in moderation. I certainly wouldn't do it as my only source of vegetables and fruits.
Because there's sauerkraut that's a fermented food.
Yeah, there's all kinds of, and fish can be fermented.
Eggs can be pickled.
Eggs, pickles.
So it's a great way to preserve things, but like Pat says, you have to eat in moderation depending on how much sodium is in the actual brine.